Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to request the man with the magical stick, Professor Shibli Rubayatul Islam, to deliver the welcome note and also the presentation. Sir, would you please come? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Shibli Rubayatul Islam.
Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon. On behalf of Securities and Exchange Commission, Bangladesh, I welcome you all to this very important show for us. This program is chaired by our Honorable Salman F. Rahman MP, who is the advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister. And we also have a very high-powered delegation with us, Honorable Finance Senior Secretary, Mr. Rauf Talukdar. We also have our Honorable ERD Secretary. We have our Honorable Commerce Secretary. And also we have the Chairman of Bangladesh Investment Development Authority and Bangladesh Export Processing Zone Authority with us. And also we have business leaders from Bangladesh and here present with us. And we welcome all the guests to this show. You know, Bangladesh was born in 1971, 50 years before. I just made a story like a tiger was born, a cub was born 50 years before, and that was not so easy. We had to go through a lot of struggle, a lot of hurdles, and the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, led us to the victory, and Bangladesh started from scratch. I would say not scratch, from minus, because many countries, they started from zero after their independence, but we had all our roads and highways destroyed, no food cultivation, and we started actually from minus, and all the movable assets were taken away. So we had a very bad time just after Liberation War. But we started struggling and we started working hard to make Bangladesh what we are today. So the tiger is gradually growing now. And today, because I can't take a lot of time from you, so I'm trying to be very brief and trying to give you some idea about what is happening in Bangladesh. This is our size, this is the GDP size, but it's growing regularly. And this is the per capita income this year, our population and population density. Once we thought that our population is a liability, but now we see the human capital is becoming our asset. The skilled force, educated labor force is inviting investment to Bangladesh because we are getting a lot of labors to serve international investors. And I'll show the education rate and everything. So you will find that this country is gradually growing and getting ready to be a developed country by 2041. You'll be happy to know that so far, Bangladesh never failed in achieving any target. Bangladesh, from its inception, when we had nothing, we never failed repaying any loan. And we were actually a lot of aid dependent at the time when we were almost 98% was our aid dependency. But you know, today it's less than 2%. Even without any help or aid, we can do better. So the per capita income, the GDP growth, if you see the comparison between Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, Cambodia, or China, we try to give you a glimpse of what is happening and how we want to show you how we are changing the scenarios. You can see that how the per capita income is growing, GDP growth is growing, and comparing that with our neighbors and others. The inflation rate is gradually going down and it's improving year by year with our extra food production. Bangladesh was a food importing country. Now it's a food exporting country. Bangladesh was a cement importing country. Now they're exporting cements. Bangladesh was a pharmaceutical importing country. Now Bangladesh is exporting pharmaceutical products. Fish, vegetable, rice, everything we have now abundant and we are exporting around the world. See the external debt to nominal GDP. We are so less debt burdened. We can pay our debt if we wish immediately with our reserves in hand. The Current account, export, import, and remittance scenario. This has improved. This is the scenario of 2019 to 20 when COVID attacked us. But now the situation is better than that. So our current account is now surplus. Our export growth is there. Our import is doing much better. And you can see that the remittance flow is driving our economy at this moment. Bangladesh has started doing much better these days in other sectors also. But this is not that we are saying. You see, all the international recognized institutions who are talking about different country and their institutions are saying like this. So this is how the real picture of Bangladesh is now coming out. And you will be happy to know that this is only a few. We have plenty more good things said by the international organizations nowadays. Not only economic indicators, just the socioeconomic indicators, those are also doing well. The life expectancy, see the comparison. I'm just comparing with the neighbors that we have around. The child mortality rate, infant mortality rate, the female labor force participation, and the literacy rate. The literacy rate is actually helping us a lot. Now, instead of having less educated or half-educated labor force, we are getting educated labor force. And they are just doing much better than before. The productivity has went up because of their literacy. So this is how Bangladesh is moving forward. But, you know, the plane reaches its right destination with the right captain driving the plane. Who is driving our country is our Honorable Prime Minister. She is a champion. She knows how to run a country. Even during the COVID, she performed the best among many around the world. She got many awards around the world as a champion of the earth because of the environmental issues, because green issues are very important in Bangladesh. You'll be happy to know that 7 out of 10 top green ready-made garment factories are situated in Bangladesh. She also received the Vaccine Hero Award from Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization. That is not only because of COVID, there are other vaccines that we are talking about. And there are also many more global recognition of leadership and development from UNICEF, the Commonwealth. So we have a great leader who knows how to drive a country. This is our advantage. See the male-female ratio and the age group who is actually driving the economy. So we have 51.4% of our population who are between 20 to 54 years. The median age is actually 27 years. That means that Bangladesh is having a demographic advantage. In the earlier slide, I showed you that the density is very high in our country because our land size is quite small. But that density is actually also giving us a dividend because of supply chain management and supply of everything is very, very easy nowadays. So the things that we thought will be a liability is actually becoming an asset now. Political stability results in political policy stability. And this is how our Honorable Secretary for Finance is here. He is very intelligently managing the economy, even during the COVID. And you see that not only this year, between last 1 decade, the health and education, agriculture, rural development, the energy, which is actually mainly helping our economy to grow. Because without energy, you cannot do anything. You cannot do any production. You cannot move. Energy solution is one of the top, I would say, good decision taken by the government, which is helping the economy to grow. Then the communication infrastructure, which is actually very much required, is also getting a priority, and other sectors. So this is how Bangladesh is giving importance to these sectors, which is helping the economy of Bangladesh to grow, the poverty to go, and helping Bangladesh economy to be one of the top ranked in terms of economic indicators around the world. And so Fitch and Moody's are saying this is our country rating. You can say why it's not AAA. If it is AAA, then we don't need any investment. We can invest by ourselves. This is the right investment scenario, that this rating is actually of a country where you should come now for investment. And you will take us, together we'll take Bangladesh forward to our 2041 vision that we want to be a developed country. But you know we have already graduated from LDC. And so far Bangladesh never missed any of its mission and vision. And we achieved our MDG goal on time. We are expecting to achieve our SDG goal also on time. And we are planning to, not planning, we are hopeful that by 2041, Bangladesh will really be an developed country. The middle and affluent class is growing like this. So the purchasing power is growing. Bangladesh itself is becoming a market now, with more than 160 million people within the country. It itself is a market. So this force is having a better purchasing power day by day, is creating its own market also. And digitalization is a priority of the government. Our government believes in IT infrastructure. So digitalization in every sector is a priority of the government. And this is how our digital ecosystem, industrial development, technical availability, high-tech powers is taking Bangladesh fast forward. But our flow of growth was disrupted because of coronavirus, as like other countries. But the management was so well that the rate never crossed the limit. It was under control. And still, Bangladesh is struggling. But we are, during Corona, we are still having a situation which we are doing much better than even before, which you can see on the other side. The consumption dropped to 500 crore kilowatt in April. That is just when the Corona came, but surpassed an academic level of 1700 kilowatt in October. So that means that pre-COVID and now the situation is improving better than it was. The gas consumption, the fuel consumption, you can see the situation there. And this is our GDP growth rate in comparison to India, China, Vietnam, and Sri Lanka. And that is during the coronavirus pandemic. That is the situation that we are going through now. But the vaccination campaign actually commenced on February 7, 2021, quite early. And the total rollout is under process, and government is planning to vaccinate 50 million people within December 2021. And we are using all the available best vaccines around the world. Putting the last pan on this is actually our pride. The very difficult Padma River, and we are having a bridge over it, will connect the southern part of Bangladesh. And it's going to open next year. It's more than 6 kilometers. And this will help the GDP to grow farther, because the southern part is getting connected with the rest of the country. There are a lot of investment incentives. BIDA chairman is here, BEPSA chairman is here. They are offering a lot of incentives to invite international investors. And you will hear from them what they are offering. And I can, on behalf of them, I can tell you this thing, that the government is having a very favorable business-friendly mentality. They want to invite investors, they want investors to come to Bangladesh, and Bangladesh is actually waiting for you. Yes, there can be a little bit of problem here and there, but we are all here and there to help you to solve the problem. And also our BEPSA authority is here, our economic zone authority is there, and they are really looking for you, that we need a partner, and with the partnership, we want to move forward, and we want a win-win situation for all. Our economic zone and EPZs, this is how they're moving, 100 economic zones, and EPZs are approved. And real estate sector and other government initiatives the information is also here. The pharmaceutical sector is also doing very good. You see that we were importing pharmaceutical products almost everything from rest of the world. And now we are exporting 99% of our different production to rest of the world and almost to 140 countries. And few of our companies already got US FDA license for exporting their pharmaceutical products to USA. So this sector is also doing very well, and international mergers and acquisitions are happening, and these are the big acquisitions that recently happened. So you see that merger, acquisition, investment, partnership, trade, business, everything is happening in Bangladesh today. The RMG sector is no more the only sector that we talk about. Now the electronic, high-tech industries are coming. Our company, Walton, is a Bangladesh company, and they are producing most of our household commodities, electronic appliances in Bangladesh. They're importing. I went to visit their factory. I saw that from the plastic, from aluminum, from copper, they're making television, fridge, and every appliances in Bangladesh today. The other companies, Samsung is there, LG is there, they're all there now to have their production in Bangladesh and take advantage out of the low productivity cost, making their cost of production lower, having better return. And as Bangladesh has GSP facilities to Europe, Australia, Canada, and many other countries, they're also exporting there. And they're taking GSP means duty-free access to those countries, and they're having a better profit and better return, having their productions made in Bangladesh. Tourism sector. Bangladesh is globally located in a very important area. On our right, we have India. On our left, we have China. And on the bottom, we have the growing developed Southeast Asia, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia. So we are geographically located in a very bright location, having all the geographic attraction. And not only that, we have nice natural areas. This is the longest beach of the world. And we have a nice mountain and the mangrove forest, the biggest mangrove forest, Sundarban. And I don't know, you know that the unbroken longest beach is in Bangladesh, Cox's Bazar. It's more than 100 miles. The local startup, e-commerce, and these ventures are coming up quite fast. These are the important companies. They came up starting from $1,000, $10,000, $20,000. They are now $1 million company. And we are also encouraging them to come. And that's why we are going to Silicon Valley. We'll be having our discussion and networking there with the local investors and business people. We'll invite them there because we are really interested in having SME, small enterprise, startups, venture capitals, and we want to promote them to Bangladesh. Capital market of Bangladesh, where actually we came from, we're the regulators. We are trying hard to have the capital market of Bangladesh to go faster. The journey of last 30 years is here. The index is now more than 6,400 and is growing. And a lot of investors' confidence is helping our capital market to grow. And market capitalization is also improving day by day. And when we started 1 year before, we were only 13% of our GDP. Today it's 20% within 1 year. And we hope that it will grow further in the coming days. We are having governance as one of our top priority. IT and governance is the area where we are giving our full emphasis. And we hope with these two, our capital market will grow and will do much better in the coming days. So we invite all of you to invest in our secondary market, primary market. Recently, we are developing our bond market. And in the bond market, we have many products for you. We have also Sukuk bonds for Islamic Sharia-based Sukuk bonds. We have blue bond, green bond, Muni bonds. So we have a lot of new products in our capital market now. We are working with the derivatives and commodities. Hopefully, very soon, when we will work together, you'll be able to invest in those areas also. And you'll be happy to know that as per AFC, we are the top performer last year, and this year, in 3 months, we did the best in the AFC frontiers market. And this is the return that we are getting, which is higher than others around. So this is why we invite you to invest in our capital market. And these are the other statistics that will help you to decide that why Bangladesh needs your investment, why you need to invest in Bangladesh. We need you, and actually you also need us. So it's actually for both of us that we need to be partners. And definitely that will help both of us. The main reason for having your investment or your partnership doing trade in Bangladesh is because we have a very faster economic growth. Last 12 years, probably there is no country in the world having 6% and above annual growth rate, steady. It never went down below 6. We have a shock-absorbing capability against global volatility. Many things is happening around the world, and things are having impact over the economies of others. The Bangladesh economy has a shock-absorbing capability. Whatever happening around, we can take the shock, and we can still manage our economy. And thanks to our finance and finance department, commerce ministry and finance ministry and the advisors for giving the right direction, right information, and trying to keep our economy stable. The foreign exchange rate is stable. As we have a surplus current account, we have reserves growing every month, and our foreign currency reserve is more than 10 months import payment, having that capability now. So the foreign exchange reserve is very satisfactory. That is also helping our foreign exchange rates to be, because that's so stable because of that strength that we have with our reserve, current account surplus. And it's mainly driven by the export growth and remittance growth. Export and remittance is bringing foreign currency, and that is not crossing the import payments. So that is helping us a lot. Our favorable interest rate trend is helping the business. We have excess liquidity in the banking sector, and we can finance industries as per their need. So the economic situation in the money market, capital market is very favorable at this point of time. And if you invest in Bangladesh, as written there, no pre-approval to repatriate. It's called non-resident investors Taka account. If you invest in Bangladesh, if you send money from here or anywhere in the world, and you can bring back your investment along with your profit without any approval from any authority or anyone. It's just your bank or partners who are handling your fund will do the job for you. No regulators, no one will ask or stop your money or anything. So that is helping Bangladesh having a lot of investment these days. And we'll be here in case you have any question for us. We'll be happy to respond, and our rich panel will reply to any question you have. So Bangladesh is flying high, and the reason is the favorable socio-economic condition, which is really ripe for a good takeoff. The financial sector to outpace aggregate economic growth. Remarkable progress during last 50 years, especially between last 10, 12 years. Capital market revival, which is underway and getting better and better day by day. Availability of educated, trained human capital. So these are the main points, but we have many other good points to share. So the rise of Royal Bengal has just started. And today we are here to invite you to be a part of it. So the cub has grown now. It's 50 years. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for patience.